I'd like to welcome everybody to the Clock Hour. I'm your host, Marv Kennel, and I have a very special guest here with me today, Miss Yvette Nunez Vargas. Did I say it right?
Yes, you said it right.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the
Thank
show.
you. Thank you so much.
My show is about y'all, the people. I say y'all, I say the people, because it's never about me. I heard a little bit about what you do, but I don't think the people know really what you do. So, first of all, can you tell us where you're from?
Well, I'm originally, my parents are from the Dominican Republic. I'm Dominican, and I was born in Manhattan, New York. And I've been here most of my adult life. I've been here for 35 years in this city. I have my children here. I went to school here.
Right.
You could say we are the community. I am the community, and I love Waterbury. A lot of people say things about Waterbury. I love Waterbury. I just recently started working at New Opportunities, which is really new to me because I never knew how much opportunities there was at New Opportunities till I started working there, and I was like, oh my goodness, like this place, how long has it been here? And
It's been there for years.
yeah, and it's been there for years, and I've known people most of my adult life, and I didn't even know they worked there, what they did, didn't know too much about the community involvement there. So
Right. And you know what's funny? You were actually the first one to get on here, no disrespect or nothing, to say you love Waterbury.
well, I do because
I feel you.
I've had a lot of good opportunities here. I've had a lot of good luck here. I live here. I mean, I know people here. I love people here.
Right.
My family is here. My mom is here. I know the people from the bodega. I know the people from the church.
Right.
My friends are here.
Right.
I didn't even know we knew each other, how we knew each other.
Right.
And so,
Because I met your sister about a year or two ago.
really?
That's
Really?
your sister, right?
Betty.
Right.
Yes, yes.
About a year or two ago. And most of us went to the same school.
We did.
Wilby, North End, and
Right, and then having children and just being out there living life, you kind of like separate, but you really don't separate because it kind of comes around, and then you start knowing each other's children,
Right.
your grandchildren,
Right.
the mothers, the fathers, and it's just like a nice little melting pot of goodness. So, I just want to say that the new opportunities is exactly what it sounds like. It's a new opportunity, and although there's so many programs in it, it's for the community because we are the community. The people that work there, we're the
Right.
community, and it's about helping people, but it's about helping ourselves too. Because when you work in the community, you
Right.
learn. You have to learn because you want to be able to keep up and help people get that opportunity and move on and thrive. Right?
So, not to cut you off. So, how do people? Do they just go to the now and knock on the door? How do people learn about those programs? They're really not. There's no commercials or nothing.
That is such
out
a
there
great
for 'em.
question. That's a very great question because we do a lot of outreach and we pass out flyers. But when you're at an outreach and there's balloons and candy and the kids are running around and somebody gives you a flyer, you don't hold on to it.
Right.
You might stop and somebody says something that's interesting and you talk to them for a few minutes, but you
Right.
forget about that until you're in crisis or until something happens. And that's where we come in. People usually just walk in.
Yeah.
They'll walk in, even though they've been there for 35 years, just like me. They walk in and they're like, what do you do here? What do you do here? And then when they hear we have case management, long-term and short-term. Short-term, if you need an ID, if you need a birth certificate, if you need some papers faxed, if you need a notary, it's free. And people don't know that. They don't know that because they don't go.
Right.
Sometimes it's pride.
Right.
Sometimes it's pride. And guess what? No, that's over. You shouldn't have any kind of pride. You should come and get the opportunity that you need that's holding you back.
Right. And that's pride is a big one because you're kind of embarrassed to ask for help because you figure you've came so far, and I'm actually retired.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's an accomplishment.
Yes.
So when it's time for, like, I ain't gonna front. Sometimes I need help. You go from making this much to making this much.
Right.
Retirement ain't all it's cracked up to be.
Right.
I do subbing. I'm subbing now in the schools. which I kind of like that because I want to know what's going on with the kids.
Right, right.
So I was in one school and they were talking about the gang stuff. Now, I spent a year on the West Coast, so I know a little bit about the
Right.
gang stuff. But it's not the same over here.
No, it's not.
It's
I'd
not.
imagine.
It's discombobulated. So you all have different programs within that one building.
We do. There's so much to do. So we do case management, like I was talking about, and the long-term case management is for a lot of different things. It could be for rent. It could be for education. It could be for transition. It could be a whole bunch of different things. One of the things is just to help you thrive, get back on your feet. A lot of people come in and, yeah, they're in crisis or they might just need housing, an apartment. But when you come in and you need an apartment, if you have a case manager, take advantage of it.
Right.
Get into education. There's so many free things you can do at Naugatuck Valley if you have food stamps. Right now, a lot of people don't even know you with food stamps. Excuse me. You can get a passport.
Really?
You can get a free passport with your kids if you have food stamps.
What? Passport cost me what? $2 and some change?
So like $200. So amongst that, we have a lot of different programs upstairs. New Opportunity, it's grandly known for their energy program. Everybody
Right.
knows. They go, oh, the Now building, that's just for energy. No, we have a lot of different things going on there. We have a CMAC program for people that have disabilities or some challenges, no matter what the age, usually 16 to 80. And they do piecework for different companies right in the building. And that's amazing. I never knew about that program.
That's the Meals on Wheels too, right?
Yeah, they have Meals on Wheels, and that usually is for people that are not mobile. You know, it could be
Right.
for your grandma, your aunt. You just had surgery, and you need to come in and get some meals right because we want to make sure people live. And we have the senior program, whether the senior wants to work a little bit and make some money on the side, because, hey, if you're alive, you still
Right.
can hustle.
Right.
And we have another senior program that is a companionship program. We have the foster grandparent program, which is we take grandmothers, like teaching. Teaching is important. They come, they go to the schools.
Okay.
And they give a piece of their education. Children need to see grandparents. They're very important in the life of a person. What other things do I want to talk about? Let's talk about the fatherhood program, because a lot of young mothers nowadays, they don't know that the fatherhood program can help the father. Remember that if the father's getting help, you're getting help too.
Right.
It all goes together. I mean, once you have a child, you kind of got to stick together. It's not an option. And who wants people in their lives?
Well, I was a single parent myself, so
Right.
you know, I kind of understood where they were coming from. You know, just to reiterate on it, it's not easy.
No,
So
it's never
looking at
easy.
it from my point of my perspective, and then knowing what some of the women go through, it's not easy.
Right.
by
It's not
yourself.
easy. Well, the men usually feel like it's a woman's state. That really doesn't exist. I don't know who started that myth, but
Because a lot of guys were getting getting handed to them in the courts.
well, the thing
wasn't
is,
women.
you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. You got to know what's available to you, and the way you can find out what's available to you is reach out to the fatherhood program. Whether you have a brother or you have a son, or just your favorite guy person, you know,
Right.
they deserve to have help too. It's not only the woman.
Right.
Men need guidance for parenting, and so there's a lot of women that need guidance for parents,
Right.
for parenting too. I mean, it goes both ways, but the fatherhood program is important because men need to know that they have help. And if you need someone to go to court with you because you already think in your mind, oh, this is a woman's state, I'm not going to get help, excuse me, well, then the fatherhood program is somewhere that I would like people to go and take advantage of that, because that's why we're there. People are working. We're out here working. We're getting trained. We're learning. And everybody should have an opportunity to know that they can get help. Then we have the Child Care Center. The Child Care Center is a fun place to be.
Right there across the street.
All that young education. You know, if the parents are doing good, the children are going to do good, because they say that children that have parents that work are the most thrivers. And it's true, because then there's something to talk about at the house. You know, everybody comes together. They went to school, you went to work. it's a good way to keep relationships together too, because you got to be busy. A busy mind doesn't really miss too
Right.
much.
Keep 'em
And
busy.
right, right. And then we have the LEP program, which is the program that I just started and running. And that program works with people that have a language barrier,
Okay.
don't speak English. And I'm talking about Albanian,
What is it?
Italian.
LEP?
The LEP program.
What does that stand for?
I knew you were going to ask me that. I knew it. Okay, so it's a language English proficiency.
Oh, okay.
But that's not limited to English. I mean, and a lot of people ask me, I think that was going to be your next question. How do you talk to people that are Albanian, Italian, African,
Right.
you know, speak patois?
Right.
Well, we're equipped. I'm telling you, we're just out here getting educated. We have phones that have translators on the other end that we
Okay.
can use, just like you see on TV. Yes, Waterbury is moving along, and
Great.
we have somewhere that everybody can come and get help. And we're working. We're there. We like to invite everyone to come in. If you see us out in an outreach, take a flyer, read it. Now we have that little, what is it called? A Q code that you scan with your phone,
Right.
and all the programs come out. And I love that little thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. What made you want to get involved with that?
With the LEP program.
Right.
Well,
With all the just even working in that building.
You know what? I think that people that are humanitarians like you and I, because
By nature.
Yeah, I think it's just something inside of us. And if you're a spiritual person like me,
Right.
I'm on assignment. We're all on assignment.
Right.
And not everyone understands that, but that's really what it is. And when you work with people, you not only get self gratification, but you're teaching yourself something.
Right.
And it's important to realize that sometimes you know something that I don't know, because
Right.
everybody learns something every day. And that feels good to be able to say, I'm going to show you this.
Right.
Watch this. Look how easy this is.
Yeah. Pass it along.
Pass it along. Like the fatherhood program. And I always want to go back to that because my daughter and I were talking this morning. She was like, Mom, don't forget to mention that the fatherhood program is to empower men,
Right.
empower, because sometimes you don't know. Is like being blind. If you don't know that you could do something, you're just gonna follow this person. This person will go,
Right.
and then you say, yeah, whatever he said, that's what's going on. No, you go down there, you get your own information,
Right.
make it happen,
Right.
because we're working, we're down there, and it's not about money. Because trust me, in the human services field, it's not about money.
No.
It's about teaching people how to elevate. And I think COVID did that to the vast majority of our
did a lot.
community.
It changed a lot of things.
Because now in our community we can do anything. We could do anything. You can have your own business. You can
Right.
open your own shop. This is not like the movies anymore.
Right.
There's no boundaries. And then a lot of people say, oh, but they're racist and this. Okay, well, let's talk about this. If we concentrate on ourselves,
Right.
if we concentrate on the energy that we have, you won't think about people being racist, because that's not what you're thinking about. You're thinking about progress. You're
Right.
thinking about getting there to the next level.
Right.
What do I need to do? Who do I need to call? And that's how New Opportunity runs.
Right. And I'm ex-Navy, so being in there and on submarines, I didn't have time to think about whether this dude was racist, this person racist. I didn't care.
That's right.
Because they couldn't take nothing from me. And you were no better than me.
That's right.
Because if that sub go down, you may need me, I may need you. So there was no time to think about it. I played the game and got involved in the conversations and stuff like that, and I've seen it. I lived in Georgia for about a couple of years, so I've seen a lot of different things. And so when they talk about that, I'll be like, okay, let's put that aside and let's go ahead and win.
Yeah, what's the fun part about the conversation?
let's win.
And in this community thing that we're doing, there's so many people involved. It's not only New Opportunities, because New Opportunities, yeah, we have the building. There's offices there. There's people. We're all competent. We're helping. But
Right.
guess what? If we're not doing it, we're calling somebody else that is going to do it.
Right.
And we're going to put you right in there. We're going to push you right over there, and they're going to take over. So in the process of learning and being better in the community, you have to be able to say to yourself, I need that. I'm going after it. That's where I want to be. And then you just come and get it. That's
Right.
it. It's a free service. We're not charging anybody anything. And I understand when you're in crisis, it's the hardest thing to do is go and ask for help. But guess what? Before you're in crisis, think about it. Let me go try to see how I can fix this before it gets here. And then that's where the education part comes in, because you don't have to wait till you're in crisis.
Right.
You could just sit down and tell yourself, what is it that I want to do? Where do I want to be? You could do anything. After COVID-19, you could do anything. You could become anything. Right now, Naugatuck Valley, they've paired us in with them. They send us flyers. And if you have food stamps, you can take courses there for free. CNA courses. I was just looking at one the other day, real estate courses, and real estate is up and up. If you're a hustler and a business person, real estate is where to be.
I've taken the course a couple times.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I only tested once, though. You know what happens? After I finish the course, I kind of lose interest.
Oh, okay.
Because I was leaving. I was planning on leaving. So I took the course a couple of times, and, I'm like, leave it alone. But it's always good to have the knowledge.
Yeah, knowledge is power.
I got the knowledge.
Yeah, no one can take that from you. That's what I love. So yeah, there's a lot of different people in the community that we partner up with that are fabulous.
Which is good.
Oh, I love it. We have people that do job search, and people that help with food, people that help with clothes. We even have a diaper bank. We have a diaper bank, and that's important to know too. Sometimes you're going through a rough time. It's expensive to have a baby these days. Both parents have to work.
A diaper bank.
A diaper bank. And sometimes we have formula, and we just have a lot of good things going on, and I want to share it with the community. Don't be scared to come into new opportunity. New opportunities doesn't mean like, oh, poor, in trouble. No, it means
That's
empowerment.
What they're there for.
Yeah, it means empowerment, and it's been around for so many years, and things have changed. Come in there with pride. We got books for the kids. We always have things going on. There's new flyers. Come down there just to get information.
Right. And just be nosy, really.
Just be nosy, and if it's not for you, do it for somebody else.
Right.
At my age, I'm thinking, if I get any opportunity, I'm always thinking about my kids. Could they take advantage of this? Hey, this can elevate this one. This can, push that one. She was talking about this. He was talking about that. So,
and ask questions.
Yeah, get involved. Get involved. The community's good.
Right.
Yeah.
They should have had you as a spokesperson for them, because you're good at that.
Oh, wow. Well, I like to do the outreach. We have Denise Martinez. She's so fabulous. She knows everybody in town. And
there was someone, not to cut you off, I worked with in Meriden.
Oh, okay.
With the they was doing the Black Expo and stuff out there.
Nice.
I've had my artists go out there and perform. I forget her name, but I'm gonna remember her name and bring it back to you.
Oh, okay.
But she was great people, good people.
Yeah.
And she was about that community, and we went out there.
Yeah, I know it. I know the feeling.
We went out there a couple of years with her.
Yeah,
I forget her name.
Well, Denise
Daisy.
Daisy?
I think it was Daisy, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I don't think I know her. And sorry for my phone. Should I go turn it off?
No, we got.
Yeah, okay.
We're almost good toward the end here.
Well, before we end, I just wanted to say the reason I mentioned Denise Martinez is she's about that life. She does not stop. Like she's just in everything. She knows a little bit about everything, and she's just like, oh, need it, boom, boom, boom. And she's just like hands down. Like she doesn't look at things like, oh, I don't know if you should have it. I don't think you should get the service. She's just like, let them have it. What's up? And my boss always says when we walk in, let's work. And everybody's just on the job. Yeah.
Because Amy's my people.
Yeah, oh, she's my favorite. Yeah, she runs, and that department that she runs, that energy department, is something serious. I hardly ever even see those women come down for lunch. I know they take an hour, and nobody bothers them, but that energy department is on the money. I can't even say how many people they help. They even got their own box people drop things off, and they're coordinated and they work.
They have a system.
They got a good system, and it's good women. They're just doing their job. They just do it. They come in, they say good morning, and then you don't see them, and they're on it. They're on it, paper. They come down, get their letters, and everybody gets service. Oil, gas, electricity. Oh, and the new program, first-time homeowners. First-time homeowners, they're given $25,000. If you buy the house before September, it has to be in Waterbury. Look into that. There's a lot of people out here that want to be, homeowners.
Really?
And it's very obtainable. very obtainable. If you have a job, and you're out here buying stuff, you got a credit card, you got a bank account, get your little coins together and come down and get some information about that program.
What?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
people from out of town are coming in here buying up
Oh,
a whole
yeah.
bunch of property. Why not let it be you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, well, a lot of people from Massachusetts, New York,
Yeah.
as far as Pennsylvania, they're coming into our community and they're buying our houses. And I think it should be us, our children. We should be the ones buying
Right.
the houses and repairing and changing the neighborhood. And
Right.
once we start getting empowered in the community, we're gonna change things little by little.
I lived on the South End for 20 years.
Wow, I love the South End.
I lived down there for 20 years. I got 2 cars broken into, 1 car stolen. And I made it out. And 1 car keyed. And I made it out.
You made it out.
I made it out.
Well, we moved to the Willow Street area.
Right.
I've lived in the Overlook section.
That's where I'm at now.
I don't live there anymore, but that's where I hang out. My kids call it the stoop.
Right.
Whenever we're gonna get together, it's over there on Lincoln Street. That's where it's at.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm not scared of Willow
I'm
Street.
at the back end of it.
Okay,
And,
so
and in that unit, everybody look out for everybody.
yeah, that's how it is. That's how life is right now. It changed.
Right. And that's important.
Yes, yes.
Even though that happened on the South End, we still kind of looked out for each other. Guy across the street, I let him know, he let me know. And then I was a federal worker at the federal prison in Danbury, so I wasn't playing and he wasn't playing.
That's right. You
So
guys
he was
were
like,
ready.
yo, just make sure you know. I'm like, it's understood.
You guys were ready.
Yeah,
community.
understood. Yeah, community.
Yeah.
And to me, that's important. Your
Of
neighbors
course,
look out
yeah.
for each other. You know what I mean? I hate being violated. That's the worst thing you could do is steal from me.
Yeah.
And I don't like all of that. So
Yeah.
I'm big on it. So we look out for each other where I'm at now.
Yeah.
So
I love it.
all good.
I love it. I love the community. I love the way things are changing. Parents are taking responsibility for their children.
Right.
A lot of people say, oh, Waterbury and the kids are killing each other and everything. Well, guess what? There's a problem there. Yeah, we're tweaking it a little bit
Right.
in little different ways. But guess what? People that work every day, mothers, fathers, people that are trying to get it together, we're trying to straighten up the kids.
Right.
So if you're part of that, help straighten up the kids. What you're doing at the school, that's a hard job.
Because I ask.
Yeah.
I ask. I'm like, what's going on? And
Yeah.
you know what you know, and then you try to bring it to them. Like, I'll ask, okay, are you in a gang? Why? How'd you join? What brought you into that gang? And some of them, I'm not. They avoid it, but I know what I've learned from being on the West Coast, what it takes, how they got there, and what they do. So I'll just test these young people on this side to see what they know.
Yeah.
They really don't know much.
Well, and it's important to talk to them because
Right.
a lot of the kids, what I noticed when I was at the school, a lot of the kids don't have conversation with their parents.
No.
Unless
They're sitting like this in their phone.
yeah, because
know how to talk.
it's a digital society right now with these
Right.
kids. And if your mom is not going to talk to you and dad's not going to talk to you and we're not going to the movies,
Right.
I got my phone. The phone's going to teach me anything I want
Right.
and nothing else matters. And I wouldn't mind that the kids were always on the phone if they were watching something like the news or something,
Right.
or remember not the History Channel, the Discovery Channel,
Yeah.
where they talked about how the mountains grow the trees and trees that move.
Learning
and
something.
I used to love that channel, and that's not what they're watching. They're watching things that
TikTok.
they're surprised at, and they have nobody to ask, what is this? What happened there? And that's where the problem is, because a lot of the kids think that the streets are what they see on TV or on TikTok.
Right.
And it's all made up, and it's a shame.
I was talking to some students one day about Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. I went to see the school. It was a school that was on the front lines for desegregation. So some of the kids were looking at me like I had 2 heads. So I said, you got a smart computer in your hand. Look it up. Central High School, Little Rock, Arkansas. So I see a couple of young ladies look it up, and they were shocked. I said, this is why you are sitting where you're sitting.
Wow.
And how you're going to the schools that you're going to.
Wow, they probably didn't even know that.
Had no idea.
Yeah. There was
So-
a school here well, not just happened, but when my son is 30 now, I think it was Rotella. Rotella didn't let a lot of kids in there. I mean, you had
Where's
to be.
Rotella? Rotella's on East Main, right?
Rotella is up there by Crosby High School.
East Main, right.
Yeah, and at one point, I don't even want to talk like that because that's
Right.
not nice, but the school had some issues going on, and so the city decided to say, listen, this school's in the city of Waterbury, we have to turn this around, and they built a really nice school, and now all the kids can go to
okay.
Rotella, and that's important because at the end of the day, like I said, we are all in this together. We're all human. Doesn't matter what color you are right now. In the courts, at the police station, and at the hospital,
Right.
doesn't matter. What's going to happen is going to happen. So if it's
Right.
going to happen, let us make it happen.
Right.
Yeah,
And
just join in, jump in.
And I appreciate you coming through. We're going to wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
This is for the people, about the people, by the people, or by the people, about the people, for the people. The Clock Hour. And thank you for coming by.
You're welcome. You're welcome,
always
Marv.
more than welcome to come and champion
you.
what you
Thank
do.
you.
You
Thank
know
you
what
so
I mean?
much.
Because you got it. You
We got it. We got it.
Thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all in another episode. Clock Hour.